Well, all right, time for another weekly edition of what went right for the 49ers offense, as it wasn't a perfect day. This was not one of their more dominant performances, and it kind of just goes to show how dominant of performances they've had, that this is almost like an off day for them. I wouldn't quite go that far, but it's still a very good day. They were able to do a lot well. Let's talk about what went well and the small things that went wrong in this game. Let's start off with this play. No shortage of splash plays for the 49ers in this one, where they're still able to get those big, long plays. Something like this, it's so devastating that they can do this to you, quite frankly, where, you see how the blocking concept is going to work towards the offense's left, and let's see what happens. As you see, okay, they get the ball to McCaffrey, it's well blocked, everyone's able to make their assigned blocks, but then it's going to be the safety for Seattle, who's really a key guy to watch here. Usually expect him to come up, and he can make the tackle, and okay, if it's a good run, it's a good run, but at least it's not going to be a devastating one, but he's trying to make a play. McCaffrey's kind of gone a little slow here, so maybe go over, make a tackle for no gain. That is on the table if you can rush in and make a play. However, as you see, he goes to, doesn't take a great angle. McCaffrey gets by him, and then he's off to the races, and we know how good McCaffrey can be in open space. Paused it here, just mostly due to copyright reasons. Can't let a play continue for too long, but watch what he's about to do now. He continues running further down the field and gets to the point where Witherspoon is, hustling well, is able to try and get in position to make a play, but again, it's Christian McCaffrey you have to try and tackle. As you see, McCaffrey gets by Witherspoon, gets to this point where he finally gets brought down. Good hustle by 53 there by Seattle. Linebacker finding a way to come over and making a play. So, good stuff there, but still. I mean, again, it's just the kind of thing that San Francisco just seemingly can do, and it makes it so devastating where not only do they have a consistent running game, but they can legitimately get not just explosive plays, but like 50-plus yard plays with McCaffrey running the football. It's just incredible stuff that they can do this. But let's go over here. Let's talk maybe some negatives here. Usually we don't get many opportunities to talk some negatives for the 49ers, so let's take advantage of those opportunities when we can. We definitely saw Seattle have moments where they stopped the 49ers as well. How are they able to do it? Well, I thought they had moments of good coverage. We talk about the 49ers having so many different weapons you can throw to. Well, just because you have weapons doesn't mean it's a guaranteed completion. Like, you still can stop the weapons. Watch as on this play, Purdy's going to take the snap. He looks over. It's George Kittle. In a one-on-one matchup, he usually likes to look at those one-on-one matchups, so it makes sense. However, as you see, when Purdy throws the ball down the field, it is deflected away. That's just good defense. And again, that's something that you can do, is if you play, good defense, we can, cover the guy you're supposed to cover. That is a way that you can find, a way to slow down this Niners team. I know it might seem a bit simple, like, oh, what's the key way to stop the 49ers? Cover them well? It's like, yeah, that's kind of a key way to cover, to stop any team. And that was Michael Jackson, the corner, who made that play, so give him some credit. Yes, it is true that you do that to any team, and you're going to, play well, but exactly, San Francisco, such a tough team to play. If you can have corners man up against these guys, it's a way you can try and slow them down. Like going over here, the interception. This was, what's going to happen is it's a zone coverage play, and you see the route that Brandon Ayuk is going to run, and Seattle's going with a bit of a disguise, and so because of that, it actually will be a bigger gap in coverage than you would initially think. Watch as you see when this play begins, Ayuk doesn't just get open, he gets wide open right here. So, okay, cool. A wide open receiver. These are the, this good situation here for Brandon Ayuk and for the 49ers. However, Purdy's throw is just a bit off, ends up getting deflected and intercepted. Definitely a bit of an unfortunate break there, but also definitely a bit of a missed throw and a missed opportunity. I mean, they had an opportunity to get that, to gain some yards on that play, and instead just completely whiffed on it. So, well, yes, it was, a bit unlucky, a bit unfortunate with the bounce. At the end of the day, you miss throws and have it get deflected. Eventually, some are going to get bad bounces. The easiest way to avoid that is to make the throw. So, definitely a bad play there, but there were certainly a lot more good plays than bad plays in this one. Heading over here, this was the play, right? It kind of felt like, I don't know, Seattle was up 10-7, and maybe it was just me, but I really felt like this game was about to turn, or not about to turn, wasn't about to turn. I felt like, hey, is Seattle about to do this? Are they about to pull off this upset with Drew Lock? Well, this play made me kind of realize, like, oh yeah, it's the 49ers. 49ers are very good. Well, the way this works is, it's actually a pretty clever concept by Shanahan. Believe it or not, clever concept by him. Who would have thought, right? This is a zone coverage play, and what they're trying to do here is isolate Jamal Adams one-on-one against Deebo Samuel. I mean, when the Jamal Adams trade happened many years ago now, feels like forever ago, when it happened, a lot of people were like, well, why are you going after Jamal Adams when usually you like to have your safeties cover a lot, and Adams, that's not his specialty. His specialty is run defense and being able to, get sacks and things like that. Well, this play is exactly why many had those concerns, because watch what's going to happen. Purdy takes the snap, the Shanahan play works. They do isolate Samuel on Adams one-on-one, and you see Deebo Samuel is just wide open right here. On top of this throw is a thing of beauty, perfectly on the money to where, again, you hope that that's a catch either way, but the fact that, Samuel was able to run after the catch and get into the end zone was fantastic, especially when this was on 3rd and 11, so they don't get this here. Again, who knows how the game ends up, right? Things would be likely to change, not everything's going to stay the same if you just take this one play out of the equation, but still, really good stuff there by Shanahan, good stuff by Purdy, good stuff by Samuel, not great stuff by Adams, but again, that's just not his strength. So you kind of understand that that's probably going to happen when he's out there on a play like that. But also something like this just really goes to show why this Shanahan scheme works so well. I think this is just such a great just play to showcase of like this is why things work so well. It's actually not even that creative of a concept. It's just a pretty traditional run a play action and have Kittle run past linebackers. Usually it's going to be underneath the corner. The player I've circled on this play is Julian Love. Julian Love here for the Seahawks. And watch what happens with this play action. Watch as when it begins. I mean, Love completely thought that was a running play into the last second. He was ready to try and get around George Kittle. Well, he kind of succeeded, but the issue is Kittle is trying to get around him, trying to see if he can get open. Purdy is going to be able to put, again, right on the money. Yes, it was wide open, but exactly to where Kittle can run after the catch and get the touchdown and extend the lead. Because, again, keeping the game within 2 scores, so important there to prevent potential comebacks. Really good stuff there from Brock Purdy to be able to do that. So yeah, those are my thoughts on everything. Very good football team. I thought the Seattle defense played pretty well, and it still wasn't enough. So great stuff by the Niners. That's what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from y'all. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.